I don't normally attend these meetings. Not that I don't keep myself abreast, I do. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Makayo Kalani Keulani Koko Matthew Kalani Souza. Some people say Reverend. Ordination, what is that? More certification. I think it's enough to be human and alive, and I really appreciate this opportunity to speak. My ohana is the Koko. Literally, the family name is Koko. Keulani, Kealohas, Kealoha Nui. My tutukane was Kalani Kealoha Nui, the last Konahiki of Wailua Nui, Upper Keanai. And we were all raised back in the Tau Patches. But I got to go to Punahou early. It didn't take. So after 5 years, I ended up at Kamehameha. Also didn't take. I did graduate, however, as the student body president. And those of you who know, that qualifies you to be recognized as a beneficiary so that we can continue in our trust obligations. Presently, I'm with the University of Hawaii, National Disaster Preparedness Training Center. I'm the National Community Outreach Coordinator for Native, Rural, and Indigenous Tribes. I'm also with the National Center for Atmospheric Research, the Rising Voices Indigenous Scientists in Modern Science for Climate Adaptation. I'm also on the National Adaptation Forum Steering Committee, where we're trying to coordinate adaptation strategies for the country based on what we think is going to be dynamic weather events that we'll all experience. I don't want to get into that whole liturgy, but why is that important? I'm also at NPS, DOI, and the Alakakai Trail, which is one of the first pieces of federal legislation that require lineal descendants involved in the management of the resources, which I think you guys have been trying to steward from the beginning. Meaning the state of Hawaii, and yes, it's going to be an international debate about whether or not that even exists. I mean, no one thought Ireland and England would get it together after 500 years, but they did. Those troubles were solved. Those questions are coming to us. None of us were here when this problem started. We're trying to solve an unrightable wrong. I get it. Kenichi Maeda is my grandfather on the other side. My father was Portuguese, hence the Souza last name. So I pretty much know all the stories, sitting around all the kitchens. We were there when Frank went out and bought the buses and everybody said we're going to hang them. We were there when he suggested a $2.1 million rail and everybody said that's stupid. What are we doing now? So we can see, like the mongoose and the fruit fly, that we, like most human beings, are prone to repeat our mistakes. Why do I think it's important for me to comment today? I work with the Morris Udall Foundation in the past as a federal mediator. I've worked at the Spark Matsunaga Center. I've worked with PRIMO, the Pacific Risk Management Ohana. I'm still on their leadership committees, 16 years, preparing us for the changes that are coming. I'll tell you this that I rarely say. The unconscious actions to continue to serve the Super A8s and the A8s that we all know and love have an unseen consequence in the communities. As a conflict resolution specialist, we're setting ourselves up for a disaster. Jared Helm was my cousin. I was there in '69 at the first Huli arrest. You guys who are old enough, you know what I'm talking about. We've been down this road before. Let's not make the mistake of setting up a failure again. You know what I mean? Let's try to think ahead here. Let's avoid that intersection. We're good people. We're all smart people. I'm always going to advocate for us to lokahi. We can find a way forward. Our grandparents did it. We can do it. It just requires some bravery, some intuition, a lot of innovation, and a lot of us behaving as family. And I mean as family. Family always got that uncle, the one we don't trust around the 13-year-old nieces. Family always got that aunt who says that same crazy stuff every Thanksgiving. And you know what? Next New Year's, they're both there at the table because they're family. Because we have to make it work. That civil defense warning, you guys know. 10 seconds after we throw that switch in Diamond Head, there ain't nothing else for us to do except hold the people we love. We're committed to peace, to working with Peace Boat. We're committed to working with our family members across the Pacific. I get that things are stepping up. Nobody knows the tension more than those of us who live in the Pacific. Let's be smart. Let's not create tension in our backyard. Let's figure out other ways to solve this. Ayo. Mahalo, I really appreciate the time, Greg. You know that, you know. It's been a long time since I've seen you. I'm not planning on dying soon, people. I'm rallying back. Let's talk to our children. Let's talk to our communities. Let's talk to our schools. Everybody's viewpoint is important. Everyone's required at the table. Peter, good to see you, man. Everybody's required to make this thing work. Let's not give up on each other. Let's not retreat to neutral corners and point fingers and say what's going wrong. Let's draw the line in the sand, but make sure we're both standing on this side of the line and figure out how we can both get over there to that side of the line. Ayo? It's what our grandparents would do. It's what I'm asking you to do for our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren. I want to take a page out of Donald Trump's playbook. Let's put Hawaii first. For once, let's put Hawaii first. Our children and our communities and our people. Mahalo.